What is up, guys? Yandere Neko here, and the Pokemon leaks are bad. Oh my gosh. I thought we'd get into it right now. So, this girl named Naka Nakatsui, apparently, she wrote she was some kind of like rider for like lure or something on, Pokemon a while back. Now, apparently, this is all like unofficial stuff. It's not canon. It's scrapped, but oh boy. I mean, hate to be the guy that breaks it, but you know what? It's still funny. It's still cursed, and it's still something to talk about. Now, because I was cursed enough to read this, I thought I'd do the same. Let's just start out with this one. Whet our appetites a little. Gonna need get a drink actually. Wet my vocal cords. Wait, that didn't fuck up the. Okay, good. So, in the distant past, when the boundary between Pokemon and humans was still blurred, there was a woman and her companions. Every day, my bad. They were booed, so they would often catch Salcoth. Just ignore the sloth Pokemon. Right? Living in a nearby forest. They played cruel games with the captured Salcoth, sometimes killing them for fun, gouging their eyes out, or cutting off their ears. Already we're into some berserk levels of just. But wait, there's more. One day, the woman was walking alone in the forest and saw the Koth hanging from a tree. She climbed the tree to catch it, but slipped and injured herself. At that moment, a Vigoroth, which, just for reference, this monkey thing, you get the idea, appeared. The Vigoroth had a torn ear. Again, more Berserk imagery, basically. Now, I like Berserk, I'm a fan of it, but, it's obviously there's a difference between that stuff happening in Berserk and it happening in Pokemon, right? The Vigoroth had an ear torn off. The woman startled, tried to flee, but her injured leg hurt too much, and she couldn't move. The Vigoroth with the torn ear suddenly attacked her when it saw her. The woman lost consciousness. Well, at least that was censored. When she awoke, she was in an unfamiliar place. Before her lay a clear lake, surrounded by trees, from which many Slakoth and Vigoroth were hanging. All the Pokemon bore wounds somewhere on their bodies, marks left by the woman and her companions. Upon closer inspection, she noticed some of the Slakoth hanging from the trees were corpses. Quite literally the Berserk tree thing. Berserk tree. Tree. No, not game. Hanging. Yeah, literally this, basically. Anyway, they were the very Slakoth that the women and her friends had killed and discarded. The Slakoth were throwing their corpses into a lake. Terrified, the woman tried to run away, but the king. What? The king. This big old thing. Okay, then that's. appears the king had also had a tornado. The woman realized that this was the same Vigoroth she had seen earlier. So it evolved from attacking her. The fear overwhelmed her, causing her to faint once more. When she regained consciousness, she found herself at the entrance of the forest, near her home, surrounded by her friends. They carried her back to the house. Sometime later, the woman gave birth to a child. But it wasn't a human child. It was a Stakov wolf. So basically, after torturing animals, they kidnapped her and did some kind of, well, the grape ward. Grapes. I like grapes. Avoiding YouTube censorship, so it's grape. So yeah, the Pokemon performed some pagan blood grape grape ritual on her. She intended to abandon it, but couldn't bring herself to do so. She stopped meeting with her friends and decided to raise it. Sometime later, the woman gave birth to a child, but it wasn't. No, wait, no, I drew out that. One day, her friends, concerned about her, visited the area near her home. They found the Stakov sleeping there, the child of the woman. It's painful that this was written as like an act, obviously. Not that like someone even thought that this even became close to being canon is what's painful. As they always did, they caught the thing, stabbed it in the chest, and killed it. They took the corpse and headed to the woman's house. Just showing the woman the corpse of her child. Classy, really. When she saw the stains of the cough, the woman was overwhelmed with sorrow. She grabbed it and ran deep into the forest. Her friends, shocked, somehow chased after her. As they ventured deeper into the forest, the surroundings suddenly opened up, and they found the same clear lake from before. Around the lake were many Stakov and Vigoroth. The woman stood before the lake, and holding the lifeless body of the Stakov, threw herself into the water. Afterwards, the woman's friends began to treat the Stakov as companions, just as she had in her final. I don't think I want the women to treat the Stakov in those ways, but and that was just the first story. I'm gonna need to wetten my vocal cords a bit more. Okay, good, it's still up. How about a second story? Where the reward herself. So is this the... Oh, I don't care about the octopus one. This is the one I want. The Typhlosion. Typhlosion. The Gen 2 starter in its final form. I was always a fire guy when I... Ooh, if you thought the first story I read was bad, get ready for this one. There was a village somewhere. Long ago, the boundary between Pokemon and humans was unclear. There was a village somewhere. One day, a girl from that village, keep in mind, now admittedly I fell off on my Japanese lessons, but When Japanese people use girl, they mean like young girl, right? So girl from that village went into the mountains to gather firewood. She found well-dried dead wood deep in the forest, so she kept going further. Before she realized it, the sun was setting, and she had lost her way. Round her, there were droppings from a typhoid sun, which made the girl anxious. Just then, a man appeared from the other side of the forest. His face didn't resemble anyone from the village, but he was very handsome. The man said, "You must be lost, right? I know the way down the mountain, but with your pace, it would be midnight before we get there. I'll take you back home tomorrow morning. So why don't you rest at my place tonight?" Already a bit sus, but you know what? Maybe you're just hoping beyond hope that this is gonna turn out wholesome. Keep hoping that. The girl had no choice but to agree to the man's suggestion. The man took her hand and began to walk. As evening fell, they arrived at a large cave. "This is my home. You must be hungry. Right, wait here." After that, the man went outside the cave. After he left, a red light shone from far away in the mountains, and there was a sound of trees swaying. Before long, the man returned, carrying many red berries. He said, "Eat this, then let's sleep for the night. Even if you wake up before I do, don't look at my face." The next morning, when the girl woke up, the man was still asleep. She honored their promise and stayed lying down, waiting. Before long, she fell back asleep. Giving her berries that make her sleep for 2 days. Moving on. She was awakened by the man's voice. When she looked outside, the sun was already setting. "Today we'll eat green berries. Wait here." With that, he went out of the cave. After he left, the same red light shone from far away, and the sound of the trees swaying echoed once more. By the time the sun had set completely, the man returned, carrying many green berries. He said, "Oh, my throat's drying up. Eat this, then let's sleep for the night. Even if you wake up before I do, don't look at my face." The girl expressed her concerns. That her family would be worried and that she wanted to go home soon. The man yawned wildly and tapped her on her head. At that moment, she completely forgot about her family and her home. The two of them ate the green berries together and fell asleep. More sleeping berries and now mind tricks that make you forget things. This was like proposed to Louis for. Now I'm not sure where in the process this stuff got cut, but who thought? Well, we know who was cooking. It was the Yu Nakasui. But yeah, fun. So the same routine continued, with them waking up when the sun had set, the man going out to gather berries, and the two of them eating and sleeping together. Eventually, the girl realized that the man was a Typhlosion. And it gets worse. It's not even a human man drugging her, it is an animal. That's when Smoke. How can it even talk? As winter approached, the Typhlosion dug deeper into the cave and said to the girl, "Go and gather wood and firewood, break off branches from higher parts and tall trees." Wait. Did it say that? No, it didn't say when it started, so. Girl tried to do as the typhus instructed, but the tall tree scared her, so she could only climb the shorter ones. When she brought back some branches, the Pokemon, I'm not pronouncing that anymore, said that won't do. If it's not from higher branches, humans will find us. He doesn't want humans finding the girl he's been drugging. When the snow began to fall, the two of them lived in the depths of the cave, mostly sleeping. There was plenty of food. Occasionally they would wake up and then go back to sleep. One day when she woke up, the girl was holding a child. Ah, great. After several days and nights passed, the thing said, "Your father is looking for you, but you are my..." Remember when I said, keep hoping this turns out wholesome? Well, keep hoping. It's suiting something. So I can't return you. I will have to fight. Moving on. The girl pleaded, "Please don't do that. Don't kill my father. How can I live with you if you kill my family? You are a good..." No, he's not. No, he ain't. "So please stay here with me and..." Alright, he said, "let's stay here and sleep." The man nodded. Next day, the Typhlosion woke the girl and said, "Your father is close by. Go and see." When the girl came outside, a snowstorm was raging. She climbed a low tree and broke a branch. When she returned to the cave, the Typhlosion was singing a song she's never heard before. "Broke off a branch, didn't you? Soon your father will come here. I'm going to do something bad to your father. If I'm killed, take my eyes, my voice, and my hair. Build a fire at the spot where I was killed and burn them. And while they burn, sing the song until the fire goes out." So, some type of pagan blood ritual now. That's... The girl said, "Please don't do it. Don't kill my father. If anyone else is to be killed, let it be you. Goodbye. We will never meet again." Those words... Oh, good thing. God, it's almost over. The Typhlosion went outside. After a while, there was a loud noise, and the girl looked outside. She saw her father had killed the Typhlosion. She rushed out and said to her father, "Father, you have killed my husband." Well, that's... Insert Stockholm Syndrome joke here, that is. Truly, something. I've been living with him all this time. He was my husband. Please give me my husband. The Typhon's eyes, voice, and hair. The girl built a fire at the place where it died, and when it had been killed, Anne put its eyes, voice, and hair in the flames. She sang the song the Typhlosion had taught her until the fire burned out. Pagan blood rituals. How fun. The girl's father built a small hut on the edge of the village for the girl and her child to live in. Eventually, spring arrived. The young men of the village often teased and tormented the girl and her child. It became worse over time, and one time they tried to drape the Typhlosion's pelt over them. The girl returned home and pleaded to her parents, "Please tell the villagers to stop teasing us. If they put that pelt on us, we will surely become Typhlosion. We already have the thing Pokemon as it is. Despite the parents' pleas, the villagers did not listen. In fact, they found it even more amusing and eventually draped the pelt over the girl and child. That moment, they howled loudly and vanished into the depths of the forest. The two were never seen again. And so, people came to understand Typhlosion, or half. Wait. Does that mean my, Gen 2 starter's a half human? Was I engaging in. I know Death Battle made the meme of lol, Pokemon are slaves, but, if they're actually people, then. Well, that was enough reading for today. Remember, this. Again, I'm not sure when in the creative process it was cut, but it was, supposed to be mythology. The goal was, on the development team or something. Please, like, share, and subscribe, if you if you want to tutor me with more cursed videos. And I will, catch y'all next time.